I've been unexpected and no one's watching yet, but somebody will eventually because it's not just me this evening. It's me and this guy, Pastor Brian Wolfmuller. We are going to be doing a little testing tonight, to try to see if we can get one of you to call in and chat with us on Skype so we can see how this all works for tomorrow night's. What did I call it? The Mad Christian Election Night Catastrophe or something like that.
Catastrophes. I just got the catastrophe part.
Now, see, I got you a little quiet there. Let's see if I can bring you up a bit. I think Todd Wilkin said, "Who wants to listen to a bunch of pastors talk about politics?" Right? And I can't remember. Somebody chimed in. I do, like right away on Twitter. It was kind of great. But the goal is not really politics, right? The goal is to be discerning Christians and who care about our neighborhoods, our cities, all that. And again, that's what tomorrow night will be about. Tonight's just testing. Hey, Jedi Knight, glad you're here. Hey, you want to join us? Do you have a Skype account? Do you want to go look for me on Skype using the Mad Christian and see if you can call in, and we'll do a test run on what happens when people call in. And if I can get 3 cameras going on this thing so we can all be seen. If you want to do that, Jedi Knight, that'd be great since I know who you are. Brian, why don't you just chat for a bit since I've been talking too much there. Hey, everybody.
So Todd Wilkin was busting your chops about this on Twitter today?
I don't know. Yeah, he just kind of was like, "Who wants to listen to that?" I don't know. I think I tagged him. I was like, "Well, Todd, you interested?" And he was like, "No."
I tried to get him to come on today too, but
Well, I mean,
alas.
there's so many that could be. I mean, if you think about it, you get Roseborough on. Imagine Harrison dropping in. That'd be a thing.
Yeah, that's a
why
good
not?
idea.
You know?
Why not?
Anyhow.
What's he doing? Someone call him out.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, that
that
can be the way it'll work tomorrow night. I cannot answer every Skype call that comes, and I'll have to make sure it doesn't get streamed in every time it rings. But the goal is to hang out all night, watch election news as we can. I don't know. The trick's going to always be, right? Maybe we should talk about this tonight, right now. Like, there's a history within the Lutheran Church and then within the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod of not talking about this kind of stuff. And there's a good reason for that. I preached about that on Sunday, that there's a history of why you don't want the pastor to be telling you what to do exactly, right? Not verbatim. And yet, if we say that the church has nothing to say to the world at times like this, I think I don't know, quietism is what we get accused of, right? What do you think?
I suppose. I suppose there's a way that you want to respect. There is a way that there's more when it comes to human wisdom versus divine wisdom. There's no wiggle room with divine wisdom. There's no wiggle room with the Lord's word.
Right.
But there is a little bit of wiggle room when it comes to human wisdom. Like, if you say I should only eat meat, that might be wise, but you have to admit that there's room for me to eat bread or whatever, because human wisdom. So we give more room in human wisdom. So when it comes to politics, that's especially, at least it should be the realm for human wisdom, I would hope.
You would hope, but then when you live in a time when it's not, you know, when the topsy turvies become so upside down that a boy is a girl and a baby's not a human. I mean, and the laws say that, right? I think you have to say that's wrong. And I think you have to say to people, if you want to live in a world that's not like that, you can't vote for that. I mean, that's your duty as citizens. So I also wonder then about like Romans 13. We have this historical understanding of when to speak, when not to speak, that comes from being under monarchy, right? And Romans 13 now says you're citizens in the American experiment. Well, now, I mean, I just listened to Eric Metaxas interviewing a guy, because I don't ever listen to Eric Metaxas, but he was interviewing a guy on, he called him the Nostradamus of poll forecasting or whatever, and he called last time's election, whatever. So I just listened to polls, and I don't remember what he distracted me by, but he the idea that I'm gonna shift it. They were talking about prayer. They were talking about how people are more involved spiritually in this. They were talking about how people are fasting in this. And again, that's the other way. And I definitely did a left turn there. But there's a negative side of this too, right? Like, there's a voodoo going on. There's a religion on both sides of the vote. And you can see the American, what would we call that? We used to have pluralistic religion. We used to have a word for that at the St. Louis Seminary, when we talk about the religion that everybody shares. It's deistic, right?
American civil religion?
There we go. That's it. That's what I'm looking for, right? And you can see that at work right now. It's like if we don't vote the right way tomorrow, then we're all dead and going to hell or something.
Right? So I was thinking about that because, every election they say this is the most important election, and it feels like that. Every election feels like the most important. I mean, maybe like the midterm elections don't feel that important. So, but maybe I don't know. It does feel like every election is the most important, and I was reflecting on why that might be, and just could be because the distance between the parties continues to grow. I mean, the worldviews are become more and more extreme, which has to do with that conversation that you and I were having a few months ago with the C.S. Lewis and the Merlin business. Remember
Yeah,
that
right,
idea
right.
in that hideous? Is it that hideous streak that talks
Yeah,
about that?
absolutely.
And and they're trying to understand how Merlin can be a Christian, and they talk about how at the beginning is like two stalactites were closer together, and then they got further and further apart as they went
Because
on
in
down.
there, Merlin was like being in touch with the powers of nature was kind of the thing, and that's again what I've become more and more aware of. Not so much that in Merlin's case in the book, like he's supposed to be wielding them in some way. But what I've been pressed into is believing that no matter what happens, the world is doing what God wants it to do. The trees are still growing, the wind is still blowing, the sun is still shining, things go on as they have from the beginning. People are still getting married. I've done 2 weddings since COVID, for pity's sakes. I mean, we
Wow,
don't.
that's great.
Yeah, I know. They're like, forget this. We're gonna
Pays
get
to
married
know it.
now. They know what the real thing is, right? They know what reality is. They want to buy into that.
Yes.
So all of that's going on behind all of this too, and I don't know. I just think for those reasons, it is imperative that we exercise. This is why I mentioned Metaxas earlier. He was shouting at me that if I'm a citizen of America and I don't vote, that I'm not doing my job as a citizen. And I think, I mean, poli sci is what I was taught in high school. I think he's right. But then that means then as a pastor, I have to vote. Am I supposed to never talk to anybody about it before I do? Well, that seems kind of foolish,
Yeah. I'll tell. Let me. Just since we're goofing around, but
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
smell, by the way, fajitas. So I got to go kind of soon. But this idea of voting, I think it's important. But I think I've been thinking more and more about this. That while the vote is important, it might be the least important thing that we do. I mean, the most important thing has to be the conversation with people that we live nearby.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, I don't want to diminish the vote, but I mean, it's the conversation of wisdom that surrounds these decisions that is actually, I mean, times 10 more important. So, would I rather cast a vote, or would I rather have 10 conversations that are helpful about how the neighbor is served by God's order? It seems to me that that's on even a completely different level
It
of
is. It is. It is. It
importance
is.
and strength.
Yeah. Unlike every time I talk about this anywhere, I'm trying to make it clear that what I want to do is convince you to get involved locally. Like whatever else we're talking about, Trump, Biden, blah blah, local, and here in Rockford, I think that's even more a reality. And I was very clear about this in the sermon yesterday. And I got good support, which made me more confident going forward. I was sad to me that I was afraid to preach a pro-life sermon yesterday. Like I was worried about whether I would have people who I know are going to vote for a pro-choice candidate come up and really create a stink about the matter. But instead, it went very well. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the congregation that's able to kind of rally around that idea, even while they're being pulled every which way by the news cycle and by the need to vote. But to be involved pro-life, Rockford doesn't have an abortion clinic right now. They got rid of it years ago in Illinois, for pity's sakes. And, we're in a place right now where locally, if we vote the wrong way, that might go back the other direction. And, I mean, that matters. That matters a lot, right?
I, by the way, figured this out for handy for tomorrow. Is that I can't tell if you're broadcasting me or not, but I can watch the live stream here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a couple minutes delayed.
Yeah.
I want to see how delayed it is. But that also lets me see comments like the person who says, "Why does Fisk look like he's in a 90s alternative Christian
Isn't that
band?"
great? Isn't that great? Because I'm trying to, man. I guess I grew up in the 90s. That's why. And because I can finally go
You
fishing.
grew up? That's what I'm not still sure of. So
What's that?
you grew up, is it?
Oh, well, I think so.
I'm,
I think
look
so.
at this.
I think it
It's
just happened.
about a 30-second, 40-second delay.
That's
here.
pretty long.
Wow.
I'm amazed that you can do that and talk and think at the same time. It's incredible. You're like doing, that was like Merlin right there. So I haven't gotten anybody calling me on Skype. I've got an open invite at this point. If you can find me on Skype, you can call and you can get in on this thing. Jedi Knight's looking for a phone. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. What we want to do is test the calling call. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to hang up on you, Brian. I want to see what happens if you call me back while I'm in stream. I just want to see that process. All right, so I'm hanging up on you. Brian will hopefully be back here in a moment. He just vanished. How do I fix that? If I go If I go here, oh man, that's overwhelming. Okay, so there's Brian's calling me now. I'm going to say yes to letting him in, I think. There we go. He's coming in, but now
Yeah.
the trick is that I don't think anyone can see you now, which is good.
Okay.
And now if I just do
That's
this,
what you
everyone
want.
should have you pop in. Hey, Brian, welcome to the show. You're back. Yay, it worked.
Cool.
I think
That's
that
pretty
worked. So what I don't know again is with 3 and 4. I should be able to get 4 people in on this thing at a time without any trouble. And I don't know. And we got 4 hours tomorrow night. We got a bunch of different people coming in. Sean Danzer hopped on the ticket today. I believe
Hey,
my
Sean?
yeah.
Did you have to get like official permission?
Well, I told him that he could come in and say officially whatever he had officially to say, and then we would just let him do that, and he could go. But I felt like it was really important to let the LCMS have like a moment, right? Like, come on, guys, this is the biggest thing going tomorrow night. Don't you want to like sell your thing? So anyway, Sean's great. I told him he has to preach on trust not in princes. He'd drop in and preach on trust not in princes. We'll be fine.
That's nice. Hey, I'm looking at the live stream. It's just me.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if people can hear me or not then. That's interesting. I went away in my picture. Hold on. I want to see what happens if I do that. If I click you like that, now I should be able to find my sound. You can hear me. Oh,
Yeah,
come on.
I got you.
Where's my sound? I want this. Test. Yeah, I think they can still hear me. It looks like it's still going. It's just, oh man, now those comments are in the way. There we go. I come back in. I'm going to put that over there. So, all right. People are coming.
Fajitas are calling. Should I eat tortillas with them? This is why.
Should you eat tortillas with your fajitas? You're asking the carnivore this. Is this,
I know,
is this a
that's
cheat
the
night? It's a cheat night. Are they cloud bread? Have you discovered cloud bread yet? This stuff's amazing. Cloud bread is bread made of eggs and sour cream, and it's better than bread, and it works for all your breads. It's really cool, and it's pure protein. But anyway, that's what we carnivore crazy people do.
I'm gonna go see if the tortillas are. I'm somewhat doubtful, but I'm gonna go check.
Hey, well, corn. You got to if you're gonna do tortillas. Maize. Yeah, you gotta do corn, man. You gotta do corn. It's the
I am
only
going
way.
to the fajitas tonight are gonna power me for tomorrow. That's how many I'm gonna eat. So.
I hope so. Well, thank you for calling me out of the blue to let
Yeah.
me test this, and we'll catch you tomorrow. It should be a good night. All right, man.
See you tomorrow.
Bye bye. All right. So now if I go this, nope. I gotta get rid of this. Oh, the buttons, and my mouse wants to freeze again. Too much going on. Okay, so it's just me and anybody there. I got a few moments till I have to go to dinner. I'll kind of engage some of your comments here on the side while we see. I mean, if you can find the Mad Christian on Skype, I exist on Skype. Find me and call me. Oh, there is somebody. That's Titus. Titus, are you there? Titus.
Hello? Can you
There
hear
you go.
me?
I got you. You're just audio only, but I think I got you. Talk again. Let's see if it's streaming.
I can put a shirt on.
There it goes. Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, man. Titus is one of our initial members of the Sons of Solomon, kind of our poster man, for praying the Psalms and being active in the Discord to help you get connected. Hey, okay, so now I can bring you in here. Hold on. There's Titus there, and we'll be getting together. Messing with the lights. There you go. So that's excellent. So that worked. We just missed Wolfmuller, so we aren't able to see the three-way picture just yet. So maybe someone else will find me and call and hop in kind of, what is this, clandestinely. But while you're here, why don't you talk about Sons of Solomon, what's going on so far, how the Discord's been going. I know you had a bunch of guys come together, try to get your local thing going a little bit.
Sure. So, we've got a good group of guys going on and having some regular interactions on the Mad Christian Discord, having a lot of people coming in and talking about what they're doing on a regular basis, and we're getting some good mutual encouragement to the brothers. Right now, the biggest thing is just a lot of guys getting together to do their individual devotions and doing the first duties, praying the Psalms and reading the Proverbs and carrying a crucifix. It's amazing what that does for just personal.
Uh-oh. Now this is bad. I just cut him off. So I can only do one at a time, maybe. This is really bad. Oh, no. No. This is not good. This will be very bad. All right. So, we lost them all. There's no one. Thanks for trying to call, Mike. I got a bunch of attempts to call. Let's see if I can call Titus back. Yeah. We'll try you, Scott. I'm letting people into the. Hey, Scott, thanks for calling in. You're not online just yet. What happened is when I tried to go to another person, we knocked someone off. So I'm gonna bring you in here. Hey, say hi to the world, Scott. Wave there. I'm gonna pop you out for again in a second. Oops, that just popped me out. There you go. And have Scott hang out for a sec. Titus, if you can call back, that would be fantastic. Let's see. Maybe I can add you here, Titus. This is what we don't want to have to deal with tomorrow night. So thank you so much. I'm letting people into the. Hey, Scott, thanks for calling in. You're not online just yet. What happened is when I tried to go to another person, we knocked. All right, I can hear that coming through. We're trying to call Titus on this line. We'll see what happens if that happens. Okay, Titus is. He's being called. Got lots of people chatting in the side, but we're just calling Titus. He's not answering. So, I do not like Skype. Does anybody like Skype? I do not like Skype. I never have. So, Mike B.
Why are you using Skype instead of like Zoom?
All right. So, ask that question again, Scott.
Hey, so why are you using Skype instead of Zoom?
Because Ecamm, which is a fantastic and easy, intuitive streaming software, interfaces with Skype automatically, and Zoom does not. To do Zoom, I would have to do just like desktop shots, right? Whereas right now, I got a nice, cool, easy way to like split screen and like move back and forth between stuff and all this. Only Skype lets me do that, but I just don't know Skype well enough to know even what's going on. Allow Skype notifications. I should do that. That'd be good. All right. So we got Scott. You're Scott, right? Scott
Correct.
Kearns. We had a call from a mic, but it didn't come through. And then I tried to add Titus back in. Now here comes a call. Let's see if I can answer this. This answers call. Place your current call. Uh-oh.
All right.
All right.
So we got Scott. You're Scott, right?
So I just knocked Scott off. My current call was placed on hold, I guess? Is that how that works? So I can only have one in at a time. This is not bueno. Let's see here. Yeah, so I want to join this call again. Mike's now on pause. Okay, so you were on hold there, Scott, for a moment.
Okay.
Which is good, maybe. But I thought... There we go. Okay, so I have to add you guys to the same call. So I'm the one that's going to have to do the calling tomorrow, I think, is what it's going to come down to. Because, let's see here. I can do this. And, come on, mouse. This. There we go. We are all streaming. Titus, you got cut off because I answered a call. And somehow I didn't do it, so it joined the calls and it just sent you off. Golly, my mouse is giving me so much trouble. So, oh, for pity's sakes. There we go.
There's a bit of lag.
There is a bit of lag. There's lots going on. So, let's see here. But I think the question will be, where's the lag? Is the lag on your end or mine? I am wired, so hopefully it's not from mine. It's on your end. All right. So this will be a question tomorrow. A little bit will be lag and how many people we can fit in. But we've got 3. Titus, can you hear me? Can you say hi?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
And then, Scott, you're still there? You can hear me?
Yep, I can hear
All right. That's excellent. For some reason, I have 2 cameras for Titus, which is really interesting. I can put Titus side by side, and I have no idea why that is. Oh, is that the active speaker feature? Oh, let's do that. Try talking, Titus.
Sure. About just anything or just in general talking?
Yeah, and I was going to talk and see if it changed the camera, but it didn't do that. So we're just not going to worry about that at all. So you got cut off in the middle of talking about Sons of Solomon for a moment, and I want to make sure you get a chance to say that. So you're talking about how we're doing the Psalms every day. People get to the Discord to basically figure out how to build a community where you are when you have nothing there already by relying on brothers from other areas to hold you accountable to some just basic duties of a Christian man, right? And then with the idea of being ecumenical about this, trying to encourage as many people as possible to get on board with just some simple prayers.
Right, because we're not limited to just LCMS Lutherans or even Lutherans in general. I mean, in theory, all Catholic Christians, all universal Christianity should be able to unite around reading the Psalms and reading the wisdom of Solomon. And so we don't want to limit ourselves to just the specific group that we're in. We want to, in fact, build the infrastructure through which we can have conversations about this as men and dialogue as men and build communities that can actually have impact outside of even our churches. I mean, the first goal would be build personal piety. I mean, there are a lot of guys who are off on their own right now, just reading the Psalms on their own and reading the Proverbs on their own and praying for the church. And that's good. I mean, if that's all we do is bring a whole bunch of Christian men across the country who are praying these things, that'll impact our future.
Yeah.
If we can then connect them together to be brothers together in the church and with one another in a larger community, better yet. And then if we can connect churches together and actually work within our groups of men that we've organized around a common foundation of the Psalms and Proverbs, around the basics of the Christian hymnody, to then impact our communities, to take political action and step up to give our neighbors a positive impact, to stand up for being pro-life, pro-creation, pro neighbors, right? Bill of Rights, right? Supporting the security, safety, and freedoms of our neighbors. If we can gather together to do that, we will have an impact. And this will also give us an opportunity to talk to our brothers and our neighbors about what it means to be a bold Christian, a mad Christian, what it means to be one who confesses Christ as risen and ascended.
Now, you're going to be at the March for Life this year, right?
Yeah. We're
actually
hoping to make that a foundational piece of the Sons of Solomon, where we can get together every year and march together, because that is the pivotal moment for the life movement, the pro-life movement in our nation. So we want to make that a stop that we do every single year. Just because we have a slight majority on the Supreme Court doesn't mean the fight's over. It's far from over, in fact. Personally, I don't expect them to overturn it. And even if they do, we still need to make sure we are supporting our neighbors, our fellow citizens' right to live, to be born, to have that gift that God has given them until God deigns to take it from us.
I said in my sermon yesterday, I mean, I think this is bold a little bit, but it's true. Like, just you cannot believe for a second that the Supreme Court just became the power to undo abortion. Like, no, all we just did was stop it from getting worse. That's all we did. And it may not get worse, I mean, for a little while, and just Gorsuch and Roberts are hardly guaranteed votes on anything, even constitutional, from what I've seen. So the idea that somehow that the pro-life battle is done, even if we had all 9 justices pro-life, every generation is born unknowing the truth and ready to rebel, and has to be taught how to love our progeny and not hate them. And I think we're a generation to really see that straight up, right? So so being at the March for Life, and a place to recruit for Sons of Solomon too. So if you're a Son of Solomon and you're at the March for Life, look for Titus while you're there, because he'll be there. I have committed to Titus. I'm going to try to get there every year after this year. I don't think I can move my Titanic quite that fast to get in for January, but it's something that is very much part of what it means to be a Son of Solomon. And if you're not even a Son of Solomon, you're just praying those Psalms and want to March for Life, well, golly, get there. Titus, I'm gonna hop over here to Scott for just a second and let you drop off. You're not gone. You can hear, I think. What I'm curious about a little bit, Titus, will be if you can hear Scott when he's, or maybe Scott, you can answer. Could you hear Titus when we were talking there?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I think that's maybe because you're on the same Skype call, though, rather than going through my computer. So I just want to thank you very much for calling and helping me figure this out tonight. I'm not going to be on a ton much longer. Is there anything you want to say that does not involve curse words, blasphemy, or anything like that to the world? Say hello or where you're at or anything like that?
Oh, hey, yeah. So I was just going to say that I echo Brian's point of getting involved. I think oftentimes we as Lutherans are kind of belie our understanding of what we can and can't do, whether that's getting involved locally, especially. I think President Harrison was correct in his assumption that when he testified before Congress, he said that Christians are quietistic, and that Lutherans have been historically quietistic. And I think that is something where we need to make sure that we do not remain so.
Right. Right, I agree. I couldn't agree more, Scott. Thank you very much for having, again, taking the time to call me this evening to help out with this, and I hope you'll tune in tomorrow night for the real deal with the election thing. Oh, Cringewalker says he's on now. Are you? If you can get a hold of me in just like the next 30 seconds, Cringewalker, before I go to dinner, I'll throw you in. I thought I said hello to you. I got your messages. Hold on. Let me double check this here. Yeah, I thought I said. Where are you? I don't know.
But
I don't
I
know.
was just going to say one thing real
Oh,
quick.
Scott, there you are. Hold on. Bring it back on so everyone else can hear you. What's up?
As far as the election goes, I'm actually running for state legislature, so
Oh, fantastic.
we'll pray that.
Yeah, so what area are you running for legislature
Anyway,
in?
Montana.
Okay, and what part of Montana? What's the district?
It's House District 23 near Great Falls, or in Great Falls.
So House District 23 near Great Falls. You're breaking up a little bit, so it's clipping. But House District 23 near Great Falls, Montana. Scott Kearns, Lutheran, pro-life, running for office, state legislature. So if you're up there and you're watching, I consider that my promotion for Scott. Thank you again, Scott. We just pulled in someone else maybe to the call, and that hopefully would be Cringewalker, but I'm not sure. Let's see here. We got this thing.
That's
There we go. Are you there? Nope.
Hey,
I'm
John,
t-
I'm going to drop off.
Absolutely. Thank you, Scott. You have a great evening. And of course, no one else could hear that but me.
Me too.
All right, there goes Scott's picture. Man. So I'm not sure. I got a lot of Skype
Really?
open here. Oh, there's Titus is still here. Were you been here this whole time?
Yeah.
Did you turn your camera
Yeah, I've
off?
been listening because it actually does work, so I can hear you and Scott. I
Okay.
can't hear Mr. Cringewalker though.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Is your mic working, Rob?
where he's at. Oh, there he came in. All right.
Because your
There
video's
he
working.
is. There is the Cringewalker. Everyone can see him. If anyone has ever wondered,
Test.
yeah, I like
Yes.
that beard, Cringewalker.
Yay.
You're looking good.
Okay.
Hey, what's
How
up
you
with that?
doing?
Are you playing VR? Are you playing some
Yeah.
some Valve? Is that what that is?
Well, it's my best microphone, so it's really all I got.
What are you playing though? What are you playing on your VR? What's the best VR
I
you've
know,
played so far?
it is currently my microphone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can look like some kind of like character about to go to like some kind of crazy scene, but
Reminds me
no,
of that. Yesterday I
I
saw
might
a
be-
plague doctor in my neighborhood. It made me think of that. It's like they're walking down the street. Literally, the guy had no kids.
oh,
He's just a plague doctor in my neighborhood. Like, what on earth?
that just went from cute to depressing.
It was really well done too. So part of me just shrugged and said it's 2020. I just went, well, I guess so. So
Yeah.
hey, Cringewalker, you're in school, is that right? You going to school?
No, I haven't
What-
been in school in 5 years.
What do you do besides watch me?
Architecture.
Hmm?
Architecture.
Architecture. What do you
Not
build?
not yet licensed, but
Oh, okay.
I legally have to say that.
So when are you going to be licensed? You working on that?
Yeah, I finished all the required hours. I'm studying for the exams and failed it 3 times, so hopefully 4th time's
Oh
the charm.
goodness. Why is that? What's the hard part?
Mostly it's there are 7 exams, and each one borrows content from the other 2. So you'll basically have to study for 3 exams for any given one.
Okay.
I didn't know this. I didn't know this at all. So every time I kept taking it, like this wasn't what I was studying. And then someone explained to me, no, it's like 60% the exam you take, 40% 2 other exams besides that one. So it's a little bit of a scammy move because every time you take the exam, it's a couple $100s, and
Yeah.
they're kind of scammy.
It's like when you get done with college and you want to go get the master's, and they tell you have to take this other test. And you're like,
Yeah.
well, I thought I took that test in high school, right? Like, didn't
Yeah,
we do this
yeah.
already? Like, come on, same scores too. It's crazy, or whatever. So, hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're going to show up tomorrow night as well to watch what's going on with all the other guys coming. Hold on, I'm gonna test one more thing. Come on, button. There we go. It really did it. So now you guys are not able to be seen, but you can hear me because you're in my waiting room. The cool thing would be if I get everybody in on the call. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to call them though. No, because they called me and I merged.
It'd be
It'll work.
nice if-
It'll work. It worked. It worked great. It worked great. Now that I see
if
what
there was a
happened.
way to mute Fisk and have like a waiting room.
Yeah,
you
that
could
would
then
be
Pull
something.
people into.
Well, Skype sort of is that. So I can hear you. Like if I do this right now. Oops, now it's just you. If I do this right now, everyone in the world can hear me. You guys can hear me,
Mhm.
but they can't hear you or see you guys. So you guys are effectively in a waiting room unless I put you into.
Can you hear us though?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we can't have I can't have a side conversation.
No,
here
it's
with-
true, huh?
Yeah,
Because I don't have a way to mute you. Hold on. What if? How would I do that? What if I did this? No, that won't do it either. No, because I have to be able to hear. Yeah, because it's a call. It's a Skype call, right? It's just who sees the camera. Is there a way for you guys to, within the call? No, there's not. That's not that. No.
Oh wait, no, you could. I wonder because I can mute you, and then I wouldn't be able to hear you on the call.
Yeah, but I'd hear you guys talking over my conversation with the guest.
yeah, he's muted now.
Ooh,
Now we can't hear Fisk now.
how did I get that? I'm gonna stop now.
Yeah, because
How do I?
if you do that and you can't hear me,
Oh no.
I
and
can't
someone else
unmute
is
him.
talking to me, so they can't hear me right
Oh,
now.
maybe he muted himself.
I did not.
See,
I
'cause
did
in
not
that
mute
case, that
myself.
would work,
You
but-
muted me to yourself, not
I
to
can't.
me.
I can't hear a single.
I
thing.
know, but I can hear
what
you,
you're
and the
saying.
whole world can hear you too, which is even better.
Yeah, because I have the icon that he's muted, so
Mhm.
Oh,
but
man,
I
these
can't
guys.
mute him because he's already muted. So there should be a way to.
I'm just gonna leave these
To,
guys on. Check this out.
Here's the we can actually remove him from the call, so that's not good. You should.
Wait, we can.
Yeah,
it's his call. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think
weird.
We'd be able to do that.
Um.
That would be interesting.
Bro, how did he do that? He just took away your picture, man. You can't do that, Titus.
Let's see if he's.
I think he muted himself because I can't unmute him.
I can hear him on the.
Well, now I muted you. Can you unmute yourself?
Oh, I see.
Or am I just muting people randomly? Oh wait, you unmuted yourself now.
Isn't that
Did I?
great? They're
Yes,
doing that.
okay.
They're doing that
You
like
are
in the
out.
Skype call
Fisk has
that
to press
I'm
the
in.
microphone button.
I can hear them.
in
I can
there.
control what they're
Okay.
like. You can hear them, right? But they can't hear me. So I have no idea how to fix
We
what they
can't
just
hear
did
him.
to themselves in Skype.
I'm just
in
seeing
my
if I can
call.
hear him on the call.
Because I know I have.
Can
the
you guys
live
hear me
stream up
now?
on my other screen, so he's been like flipping back and forth and messing with this stuff.
Okay,
so
how
it's
about
good.
this now?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you.
Yes.
So you muted me somehow, I think, but because I don't think I did that.
No, I
Nah.
did, apparently, but I can't unmute you.
But I just unmuted me. Yeah, that was funny. So
Stream-
you guys just broadcast some of that conversation. You refer someone has a dumpster if you need a match and stuff like that was said about you guys. Just so you know, it was great. It was good TV. Oh wait, I should bring them back in so that nobody else can see you guys laughing at it. Now that you're all here, there you go.
So it
Um,
looks like the stream's over on YouTube, right?
Is it really?
Nope.
No, it's not over.
It stopped for me.
I've been watching. Well, I've been watching us live. It's been.
Yeah, we
interesting.
hear you said. Yeah. So.
Okay.
I was gonna say like don't do that. Because what happens is like if I'm in a conversation with someone else who's on camera with me, they're not going to hear me if you do that. I think because you were able to mute for him,
Right.
which is weird. You shouldn't be able to mute for everybody. That's really weird. It should be just for you. But Skype is Skype, and someone recommended what was it? I got to try to look at this before I leave. They recommended a different streaming software. Ecamm's been really smooth though. WebEx. I've not heard of WebEx. WebEx.
Well, there's WebEx and Zoom. Obviously, there's Zoom, but
Streamlabs is what a lot of my UK friends use. It's
Streamlabs.
pretty intuitive.
Yeah. Okay. I just can't take learning stuff. I don't have the brain power for it anymore. And Ecamm has been drag and drop the whole way through, managing comments. Everything is so smooth, except it only works with Skype. And then they have like some other thing that's not Skype that's new I've never heard of, and they just dropped in the stuff for us. I don't even know. But this is working pretty smooth as long as I can get through the Skype part of it. So
and as long as nobody touches stuff.
Yes. Hey everybody, don't ruin my stream. So cool. Tomorrow night at 6:00, we are going to be going all kinds of just normal in the midst of the crazy with the Mad Christian election party. Titus, I'm sure you'll be watching. Cringe Watcher, I hope you can tune in if you can, and if not, we'll see you on Saturday morning. Yeah, guys,
Yeah.
and everybody else. Thank you for just hanging out for a moment as we do the testing. Yes, sometimes dumpsters catch on fire, but we do that so that later you can put the trash in. And that's what we're doing tomorrow night, is putting all the trash in this show. We can't wait to see you there. And until then, don't wallow in the muck, but lift up your head as you see the day approaching. Rock on. Oh, we'll just go ahead and end it like this.
Was that worth $1? Click the Patreon link in the show notes to sign up. Pretty please?